Have you ever wondered about the intricacies of George H.W. Bush's presidency? Let's step back to his early life, a journey that began on June 12, 1924. A son of the Bush family, George H.W. Bush was not just born into a lineage of power, but also an era of change. His youth was marked by the turmoil of World War II, where he demonstrated bravery as the youngest aviator in the U.S. Navy. After the war, he pursued an education at Yale University, graduating in 1948. But his aspirations went beyond academia. Drawn to the allure of black gold, he ventured into the oil business in Texas, where he built a successful career. Yet, the call of public service was too strong to ignore. He entered politics, serving in various roles, each a stepping stone leading him closer to the pinnacle of power. The stage was set for a political career that would take George H.W. Bush to the highest office in the land. George H.W. Bush's path to the presidency was not a straight line. His political career began in the Lone Star State of Texas, where he served as a U.S. congressman, championing causes close to his heart. From there, his journey took him to the international stage, as the ambassador to the United Nations, where he navigated complex global politics with grace and tenacity. But his ambition didn't stop there. Bush went on to become the Director of Central Intelligence, steering the ship of American intelligence during a time of great global upheaval. Yet his eyes were set on a bigger prize, the presidency. In 1980, he sought the Republican presidential nomination, but fate had a different plan. Despite a formidable campaign, the nomination slipped through his fingers. However, destiny was merely laying a different path. Ronald Reagan, the eventual nominee, saw in Bush a leader of great potential and chose him as his running mate. Thus, from the ashes of a failed presidential bid, rose the Vice President of the United States, setting the stage for his future ascension to the presidency. Indeed, the road to the White House was paved with both triumphs and setbacks. Once in the Oval Office, George H.W. Bush faced a world in flux. The late 80s and early 90s were a period of seismic shifts in global politics, and Bush was at the helm, steering America through the turbulent waters. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 was a momentous event, signaling the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. As leader of the free world, Bush handled the situation with tact and diplomacy, ensuring a peaceful transition from a divided Europe. As the Cold War drew to a close, the world watched with bated breath to see how the United States would respond. Bush's approach was measured and strategic. He navigated the complexities of this new geopolitical landscape, fostering relationships with former adversaries and solidifying America's position as a global superpower. The Persian Gulf War was another defining moment of the Bush presidency. Faced with the aggression of Saddam Hussein's Iraq, Bush rallied an international coalition and launched Operation Desert Storm, a military campaign that swiftly achieved its objectives. On the domestic front, the economy and civil rights were key issues. Despite a recession, Bush signed into law the Americans with Disabilities Act, a landmark civil rights legislation that prohibited discrimination against people with disabilities. The Bush presidency was a time of great change both domestically and internationally. As with all leaders, George H.W. Bush's legacy is a complex tapestry. His influence on U.S. and global politics didn't end when he handed over the keys to the White House. Instead, his leadership style, diplomatic acumen, and dedication to service continued shaping the geopolitical landscape long after his presidency. After leaving the Oval Office, Bush didn't retreat from public life. Instead, he took on a new role in humanitarian work, most notably alongside former President Bill Clinton. In the aftermath of the devastating 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami, these two former political rivals teamed up to raise funds and awareness for the affected regions, demonstrating the power of unity and compassion in the face of tragedy. But his legacy is not just about his post-presidential activities. It's also about the lasting impact of his policies, his principles, and most importantly, his character. His commitment to public service, his belief in the power of diplomacy, and his steadfast adherence to the values of decency and respect are qualities that continue to inspire leaders today. When George H.W. Bush passed away in late November of 2018, the public reaction was a testament to his enduring influence. Across the political spectrum, leaders and citizens alike mourned his passing and celebrated his life, recognizing his contributions to the nation and the world. George H.W. Bush's legacy continues to shape our world in ways seen and unseen. His life serves as a reminder of the potential of leadership to bring about positive change and the importance of maintaining dignity and respect in the pursuit of public service.